discussing about an introduction, a confessional poem written by Kamala Das. In this vlog, we will know how does she, in her poem, radically assert female identity in a patriarchal society. Before discussing the poem, I would like to go into three main key points about Kamala Das as a feminist. She is a pioneering Indian feminist poet who revolutionized Indian English poetry by centering her work on women's inner lives, sexual desire, and defiance of patriarchy. Thus challenges traditional gender roles and the insensitive, largely man-made world. Her poetry attacks the patriarchal structure of reduces women to subaltern status. She also openly shares personal experiences of unhappy marriages and sexual relationships to address endless female hungers and the need for emotional fulfillment. She emphasizes a woman's right to her own body, asserting her identity rather than letting it be defined by male relationships. Here are some significant works of Kamala Das with feminist perspectives like Summer in Calcutta. It launched her reputation as a modern voice of feminine sensibility. Next, The Descendants. It explores intense emotional and personal experience. And the last, The Old Playhouse, critiques the oppressive nature of conventional marriage. An Introduction is an autobiographical poem by Kamala Das which is written in feminist as well as confessional tone and modern in style. It is blunt, bitter, and straightforward. The poem, in a very cryptic and epigrammatic way, dives deep into the inner chambers of mind and digs out the real self, which generally remains subdued. It also contains some beautiful images and symbols, words and phrases which often attract the attention of the readers. The poem, An Introduction, opens with Kamala Das' attitude to politics. She says that she knows only the names of politicians like the days of weeks and months. She also writes about her parentage, native home, and the language. The line, I am Indian, very brown, born in Malabar, I speak 3 languages, write in 2, dream in 1. She has a great fascination for English language. She wants to reveal her dreams through this language, half English, half Indian. This language is honest and humanitive, but the people of her house tell her not to express her views in English. She is fed up with such type of restrictions posed by the domination of patriarchy. She moves on telling her own story. She was a child and later people told her that she has grown up for her body had started showing signs of puberty. But she did not seem to understand this interpretation because at the heart she was still a child. When she asked for love from her soulmate, not knowing what else to ask, he took the 16 years old to his bedroom. The expression is a strong criticism into such a predicament while they are still very childish at heart. Though he did not beat her, but she felt beaten and her body seemed crushed under her own weight. In a patriarchal society, female sexuality is traditionally controlled or repressed. Thus, subverts this by speaking openly about her physical and emotional desires. She makes the radical claim that asserting one's own body is an act of selfhood, declaring that she is defined by her feelings rather than an objectified physical form. When she tries to overcome from such humiliation by being tomboyish at thereafter, when she opts for male clothing to hide her femininity, the guardians enforce typical female attire with warnings to fit into the socially determined attitudes of a woman, to become a wife and a mother, and get confused to the domestic routine. Ultimately, Kamala Das and Introduction act as a foundational feminist manifesto. By asserting authority over her body, her language, and her personal narrative, she dismantles the patriarchal framework that confines women to the margins. Her radical assertion is not just an autobiographical account but a powerful proclamation of universal female agency, demanding that women be seen as independent, self governing human beings rather than extensions of men.